I really don't care what happens to her at all. I don't care. Like, everybody they tiptoe around with this social media. But what y'all don't get is that it be real consequence for y'all little flexes, y'all quick flexes for $300 that you need. It be consequences for that.
What started as a beautiful celebration quickly turned into one of the most jaw-dropping scenes fans have ever witnessed. Teyana Taylor's daughter's birthday party was supposed to be filled with joy, love, and sweet memories. But what unfolded left guests frozen, social media in flames, and Teyana herself completely shattered. A surprise appearance by Iman Shumpert flipped everything upside down. It was raw, unscripted family drama caught on camera, and it's got everyone asking, what happened behind the scenes that caused this explosion? From Instagram posts to TikTok breakdowns, the world is watching the fallout of a moment that was supposed to be magical, but ended in chaos. Teyana had gone all out to make her daughter's day special. The decorations were stunning: bright balloons, themed tableware, and a massive cake that looked like it came straight out of a fairy tale. Her daughter was glowing, dressed in the cutest outfit, laughing and playing with her little friends. Teyana herself looked radiant, uploading stories with captions like, "Mom life is everything," and "She deserves the world." You could tell she was in her element, being a mom, throwing a party, soaking in the love from friends and family who showed up to celebrate. Every corner of the venue felt warm and joyful. That's why what happened next felt like a slap in the face. As guests mingled and the birthday girl opened her presents, Teyana was seen stepping away from conversations a few times, checking her phone with a look that wasn't just distraction, it was worry. You could feel a tension starting to simmer beneath the surface. People around her noticed too, whispering that she didn't seem fully present. She smiled through it, kept the party going, but something was definitely off. And just when things seemed to settle and the candles were being lit, that's when the unthinkable happened. Iman Shumpert walked in. No one saw it coming. There was no heads up, no coordination with Teyana, and definitely no invite. He entered, the venue like a storm rolling through a sunny day. His energy was intense, eyes scanning the crowd until he locked in on Teyana. The music stopped. Conversations died out. It was like a vacuum sucked the joy out of the room. Teyana froze. That warm birthday glow vanished from her face in seconds. Guests started whispering, some looking confused, others clearly uncomfortable. It was clear Iman's appearance wasn't just a surprise. It was an unwelcome disruption. Security took notice instantly, stepping slightly forward, but not making a move yet. All eyes were now locked on Teyana and Iman. He approached her with firm steps, stopping just close enough for everyone to hear him say, "We need to talk." Her response was sharp, instant, and clearly full of hurt. "Not here. Not now." Her voice cracked. The tension was undeniable. That small exchange shattered the calm. Her guests had their phones out within seconds, filming, trying to capture what was spiraling into something far bigger than anyone could have expected. Teyana tried to keep her composure, but it didn't last long. She raised her voice, demanding he leave and insisting that this day wasn't about them, it was about their daughter. "This is her birthday," she cried, eyes filling with tears. "You don't get to ruin this day." The crowd stood still as if frozen in time. Iman didn't raise his voice. He looked calm on the outside, but his body language showed he was struggling too. He reached out slightly, perhaps trying to offer some sort of emotional gesture, but Teyana stepped back. Then she scooped up her daughter, holding her tightly while her voice cracked again, and walked straight out of the room, tears streaming, cameras rolling, hearts breaking. What remained behind her was a party in total disarray. The music never came back on. Kids were confused, adults whispered in corners. Some guests tried to step forward to offer support or diffuse the awkwardness, but security kept them at a respectful distance. One guest was heard whispering, "She's completely heartbroken and it's all happening live." Another person quickly started live streaming what was left of the room, capturing every second for the internet to dissect. Others gathered around the birthday girl, trying to maintain some sense of joy for her sake, offering hugs, jokes, and distractions. But the energy was shattered. Within minutes, social media lit up like wildfire. Instagram lives were replayed over and over again. Twitter trends exploded. Birthday meltdown, Iman storm-in, and Teyana broken topped the charts. TikTok users uploaded reaction videos showing themselves in disbelief, watching split screens of the incident and sharing their own emotional takes. Hashtags flew across platforms. Some defended Teyana's reaction, while others speculated on Iman's motives. Fans were emotional, some angry, some sympathetic, others completely confused. Everyone had an opinion. Everyone chose a side. As the footage spread, experts and influencers started analyzing the moment. Emotional wellness coaches commented on Teyana's body language, saying this wasn't just about a fight. It was about years of emotional buildup, exhaustion, and a breaking point that no longer could be hidden. One clip showed Teyana whispering to a friend, "He didn't even ask permission to come," adding another layer of betrayal to the narrative. Her tearful walkout wasn't just a dramatic moment. It was a cry from someone pushed to the edge. Fans began referring to this as one of the rawest public breakdowns they'd ever seen from a celebrity mom. But what about Iman? His unexpected appearance has stirred more questions than answers. The moment he showed up seemed charged with emotional complexity. Was he there with good intentions, hoping to mend broken ties, or was there something else at play? Some fans are leaning toward a more compassionate interpretation, suggesting that Iman may have truly been trying to reconnect, perhaps misjudging the timing but coming from a place of sincerity. They believe he simply wanted to be part of his daughter's special day and hoped that his presence would be welcomed, or at least tolerated, for the sake of their child. For them, this was a father trying to be present in a way that maybe he hadn't been recently, and the birthday offered a rare opportunity. Others, however, are not so forgiving. They're calling the whole thing a calculated move, suggesting he was aiming to hijack the spotlight, even if it meant making things uncomfortable or chaotic. Some fans think he used the moment to stir public sympathy or put pressure on Teyana to engage with him publicly. According to a source reportedly close to the situation, Iman has been feeling increasingly cut off from important moments in his daughter's life, and may have felt he had no other way to assert himself. That source described his actions as desperate, a man trying to claw his way back into a family dynamic that had slowly been closing its doors to him. Another insider offered a different take altogether, painting Iman's behavior as driven by ego, not emotion. According to them, this wasn't about reconnecting with his daughter at all. It was about being seen, about making a statement, about controlling the narrative, even if it meant stepping into a moment that wasn't his to claim. The result of Eyes. This surprise appearance has been a firestorm of speculation online. Fan theories are spinning out in every direction, with social media buzzing and comment sections filled with passionate debates. Some believe this dramatic moment is only the beginning of a much larger story, perhaps even a looming custody battle that could unfold in the courts. They argue that what we saw may have just been the tip of the iceberg, and that deeper legal tensions are brewing beneath the surface. Others think Teyana is likely to break her silence soon, either through an emotional podcast episode or a raw, unscripted Instagram Live, where she finally shares her version of events. After all, she's been quiet, but her silence has only fueled more curiosity and concern from fans. Meanwhile, rumors are swirling that Iman is preparing to issue a public statement. The content of that message remains unknown, but some speculate it could include an apology or at least an explanation for why he chose to show up unannounced. There's even talk that more footage from the party may surface. With so many guests in attendance, it's highly likely that multiple videos were recorded from different perspectives, and some insiders believe those clips could provide crucial context or even shift public opinion depending on what they reveal. In today's media-driven world, a single new angle could tell a completely different story. Adding even more intrigue to the situation, some fans are now speculating that this entire emotional blow-up could become part of a larger media project. Teyana has long been involved in music, performance, and creative storytelling, and there's a belief among some of her followers that she could be documenting her life for a reality TV series or a documentary-style film. If that's true, this scene, raw, emotional, and painfully real, might not be the last we see of it. It could be repackaged, revisited, and explored in more depth on screen, offering both parents a platform to share their perspectives while pulling back the curtain on what co-parenting and public life really look like when they collide. So where does this all leave us? no one knows for sure what the next move will be. Teyana has always been strategic and protective when it comes to her private life, especially where her children are involved. She might decide to remain silent, keeping the drama offline and within the family circle, or she might open up, feeling the need to clear the air and ensure her side of the story is heard. If she does speak out, it could drastically shape the public's perception of the events that took place. As for Iman, this could be a turning point. Will he continue pushing for more involvement in his daughter's life, perhaps even seeking legal avenues to assert that right? Or could he retreat, recognizing the backlash and reassessing how best to move forward? Either way, the situation is delicate. Co-parenting after a public incident like this becomes even more challenging, especially when both parents are public figures and every move is scrutinized. And at the heart of it all is their daughter. She is the one caught in the middle of this emotionally charged storm. For her, that birthday was supposed to be a joyful celebration. The memories she carries from it, whether they are filled with happiness, confusion, or sadness, may stay with her for a long time. That's the part that hits hardest for many fans watching from the outside. In the end, beyond the speculation and theories, what truly matters is how this moment will shape her world. At the end of the day, what was meant to be a celebration turned into a painful reminder of how fragile family dynamics can be. Teyana's emotions were real, raw, and powerful, and, for many people watching, deeply relatable. Iman's unexpected arrival turned the spotlight from balloons and cake to trust, pain, and broken communication. The internet is divided. Some stand with Teyana, others sympathize with Iman. But one thing's clear: the story isn't over. Whether through interviews, statements, or more footage, the truth is still unfolding. So we ask you, what side are you on? Shark Team Teyana or Charker Team Iman? Have you ever had a special day ruined by someone's unexpected actions? Tell us in the comments. And don't forget to hit that like button if you've ever had to hold it together for your child when all you wanted to do was break down. Subscribe for updates because this emotional family drama is far from over, and the next chapter might be even more intense.